What's going on? Welcome to My Take Is. Thank you for clicking on the video. Do me a favor and click subscribe as well. We got a bunch of NBA content rolling out now that the college football season is over. And of course, we'll have our NFL stuff going on as well. The Nuggets. The fact that Nikola Jokic got hurt on December 29th against the Heat absolutely sucks. With having another MVP caliber season, all those things, now that's going to be in jeopardy because he's missed all these games. And everyone's talking about the 65-game rule when it comes to this injury. I want to talk about something a little bit different. I think this is the best thing that could have happened to Denver this year. I think that playing with great players sometimes, not all the time, can be similar to having a caffeine addiction. When you drink caffeine enough, your body no longer benefits from the energy boost that caffeine gives you. Instead, your body becomes reliant on it to function. And if you don't have it, you begin to have headaches, and your body just kind of drags, and it's not good. And that's what I think has happened to the Nuggets for the past couple of years. Nikola Jokic was their offense, and he was incredibly durable. And whenever he would leave the games, their offense turned into a headache. It was not fun to watch. Okay, it was a lot of just asking Jamal Murray to make something happen, and that was really it. Meanwhile, whenever Jokic was present on the floor, they functioned normally. But the minutes without him were horrid to watch, especially last year where they became the worst team in basketball in the minutes that he was off the floor. This year, the Nuggets have been forced to quit that quote-unquote, caffeine addiction, to keep the analogy rolling here, because of this Nikola Jokic injury. When that happens, you're forced to, quit caffeine because it's your New Year's resolution or whatever it is, those headaches suck. And the Nuggets, those first 3 games after the Jokic injury, they weren't very good. They were 1-2. One of those losses came to Brooklyn, who's awful. In their 9 games since then, they are 6-3. So they're 7-5 overall without Nikola Jokic. Payton Watson looks like an entirely new player on the offensive end of the floor. Jamal Murray should be an all-star. We're seeing Aaron Gordon be more impactful than he already was, and he's one of the most impactful role players in the league, period. But this Payton Watson emergence doesn't happen without Nikola Jokic getting hurt. And I think that we're going to look up, when the playoffs roll around, and Payton Watson, not just his defense, but his offense is going to be a very important part to the run that I still expect for Denver to go on. And again, that's never discovered without this Jokic injury. And now that the Nuggets have broken this quote-unquote caffeine addiction, they're going to get a boost when Nikola Jokic comes back, hopefully by the end of this month. They are going to get a boost when he returns to the lineup, because they're going to have a real legitimate plan and a real legitimate idea of how to run their offense for those 10 to 15 minutes a night that he's on the bench. And honestly, their offense will be better than what it's been, because right now you're asking Jamal Murray, Aaron Gordon, and Payton Watson to carry the load for a full 48 minutes. Now their roles are going to decrease whenever Jokic comes back, and so you'll get like a full effort, not having to worry about conserving energy for later in the game, because you know that Jokic is coming back. So you're going to get 10 minutes a game where they're full tilt boogieing Payton Watson, Jamal Murray, and probably Aaron Gordon all on the floor together, and it's going to be more efficient than it has been right now. And again, they don't learn about all this without Nikola Jokic getting hurt. The Nuggets had a really good offseason. They moved Michael Porter Jr. They brought in a guy in Cam Johnson, who I personally prefer. I know Michael Porter Jr. is having a really good year. Can make a real argument for him being an all-star. But I still really like Cam Johnson. I really liked that move when they made it. They bring back Bruce Brown. They add Tim Hardaway Jr. and Jonas Valanciunas, who's been hurt for a lot of the stretch right now as well. And those moves were good enough for me to pick them before the season started to win the NBA Finals, even though it seemed like everybody and their mother were picking the Thunder to win the whole thing. But this stretch right here, these 12 to 15 games that they're going to play without Jokic, where they have been able to find an identity for when he's not going to play, this stretch where they've built depth within the season, because that's really what's been happening right now, is why they're going to hoist the Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the year. I think when Jokic comes back, we see them go on an absolute tear. Absolute tear. And people slowly come around to this realization that the Denver Nuggets are the best team in basketball, even though the team that they have in Oklahoma City is obviously very impressive.